not welcome here. You are not welcome here. You are not welcome. This is the intruder bishop that came all the way from Colorado to come and hijack our church. And the police officer is here from Abington Police. This is what we'll be facing. No, Bishop Ross, we don't believe in the same thing. I don't care. We don't believe in the same thing. Bishop Ross cannot hijack our church. You cannot hijack our church. This will not happen. It will not happen.
I want them to come and let
everybody out. This is Church of Nigeria. Ndocha cannot come and grab our church. Everybody go home. No be who, no, who, no, Bishop. Yes, Ross, who, Ross, who. Yes, you want to get you.
Rise up, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, kings and queens, friends, frenemies, and your agents. It's Brother Marley. This is the Gambi One channel. I'm just taking my stroll home. And what an interesting video. Speaking of frenemies, you know, we've got all these kind of like stories over in the UK about how slavery was abolished, how it was the British who stopped slavery from happening anymore and all this stuff, you know, and it's kind of like written as or it's spoken in a way that kind of like lifts up the UK. Now, Uncle Marley's going to tell you the real truth, the real story as to how slavery was abolished. You see, throughout the Caribbean, there were slave rebellions happening regularly. One famous one is in Guyana, where I'm from, called the Demerara Uprisings. So this whole area by the river, by Squidbow River there, was burned to the ground. The slave owners were captured and killed. People moved to have their own independence. Same in Barbados, same in Antigua, same in the whole Caribbean. Everyone was at it. The final straw, the final nail in the coffin, let's get my analogies right. The final nail in the coffin was by Jamaica, because they didn't destroy an area. It was a whole island for them. The whole island was up in flames. Like there was no one else left there to continue enslave. Oh, look at this. Looks like a boar. Yeah, like a family of boars. Oh, look at that baby one. Hello. Yeah, man. Bit of the local wildlife. Yeah, so for them it was the whole island that was up in flames. And there was no kind of moving back from that. So the West Indian Trading Company, which is basically a large slavery business that imported rum, cotton, sugar from the Caribbean colonies into London. They were saying to the Queen and the royal family, look, we're going to need some more of your your military help, because we've got to quash these uppity Negroes in the Caribbean, which they weren't willing to do because it just was too expensive to be sending over shiploads and shiploads of men and military to keep up this private company. And that's what caused the end of slavery over in that part of the world. You know, them having that apartheid state sort of set up, it was the same reason as to why the East India Trading Company didn't work either. That was over in modern day India. But, you know, their soldiers were in fear because they would say that if every Indian person picked up a grain of sand and threw it at them, they would be buried alive. So we need to come up with something better than guns to keep ourselves in the position of power here. So that one died as well. So yeah, there was this drama going on around the world. What's that got to do with the video you just watched? I hear you ask. Well, over in Nigeria, there are a lot of churches. I mean, a lot. Christianity is a big business over there. And what you saw in the video was people's upset that this European was there leading this congregation of Nigerians. As you would have heard the woman saying, you don't belong here, you colonizer. You see, the reason why I was speaking about frenemies was because for the most part, we have believed that Christianity was a good thing for black people, but in actual fact it was the Trojan horse that was used to introduce enslavement of people. It was the tool that was used to mentally lock people down. I told people, you know, you got to love your slave, your slave owner, your owner. You got to love him, even if he's smacking you upside the head. You know, show him the other cheek, it's fine. That's what they were taught. And finally, in 2022, now a rebellion is happening in in Western Africa. And just like how before, where you had those rebellions in different parts of the Caribbean, I foresee that rebellion being seen by other people in Africa, and they also rebelling against the colonial rule. That colonial rule can come through different guises, whether it's through the World Health Organization or through religion, whatever. People are starting to get the trick bag, you know. We're here to help you. Serve us. You know, so it's good. It's good. Congratulations to those people. Now, speaking of Africa, Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden, he's taken a bit of he's kind of a cold-hearted brother. You know, because, and I use the term brother advisedly, because he's not my brother. But anyway, this is the man who said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, is what he said. And what he has done ever since is not only ignore black American people, African Americans, or however you like to be referred to. Not only has he ignored that group, he started actually taunting them. So he has come up with a reparations bill of $55 billion being paid to African nations. Yeah, so he's going to bypass all those black American people who've been begging, requesting, proving, they've been studying, and all these other things about getting reparations for black people in America. And he's like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna bypass all you lot and go straight over to Nigeria and these other countries and give money there. So there's a lot of people are toying with us. People are toying with us. That can't continue, you know? That can't continue. And I don't think it will, you know, because I'm seeing how people are waking up around the planet. It's not just people who are feeling like, okay, aren't we clever? We're over here in the West and we've been able to watch a few YouTube videos. We've seen a couple of Dr. Umar Johnson lectures, and now we're like, we know it all, we know the trick bags. There are people over here in the mainland of Africa who have also been able to see the liars for who they really are and for what they really are. To stop all this oppression and madness going on, it only takes a small word consisting of 2 letters. No. You see, all these systems of oppression and so on, that's all done with your consent. It's all done with your consent. Everyone's trying to pretend that this is not a dictatorship that we live under. It's not a prison, an open prison that we're living in. So they say, okay, well, we only do this because you've consented to it. Okay, so I don't consent then. All it takes is just the word no. You can do it, I can do it, regardless of where we are. We have the power, we have the means, we have the information to be able to say no to these people. So it's good times. I'm feeling good about us right now. All right, so that's the end of this video. Let me know what you think, whether you think that this is the start of something or whether I'm just being too optimistic. Because you know I'm an optimistic kind of person. You know, I've always got a smile on my face. I'm always looking for the positives. I'm never negative. So you know that about me. I'm always happy. Just let me know if you think I've been a bit over the top happier in this one. All right, people, you take care of yourselves. It's your brother Marley. And until next time, those says.